That is Clint Capella, the veteran, and Maledon just had a big handshake and hug with Lawaru Cabarro, the two Frenchmen embracing before the game. Here is Pokusevski. Oh, you see the gliding move. He's had success in the initial shot and then following with a second shot. There is Young. Got to check him as soon as he crosses half court as he drills one from deep.
You know, Capella, you got to be kind of tricky with him as Krejci was.
And Young on the step back, and he's going to get the friendly hop off the front of the rim. Trying to back down. There is Capella. He came over on the help side, Michael, and got that block after Poker would let it go. And there is a foul on an alley-oop layup attempt by Hunter. Almost constantly with James Harden and the Houston Rockets in the early part of his career. Krejci, real tough shot, and he rattles it in.
So just as your defense leading to your offense. Don't want to play downhill basketball.
Oh, nice drive. Trae Young getting inside. Finds an open man. Catch fire three. Krejci, no good. You see how quickly Atlanta's trying to get up the floor. Huerter lets it go. Waters got a little flyby by Huerter. Lets it go. Plays the three as the ball pops out to Krejci. And a fresh 14. Waters never hesitates and parries it from the outside. Trying to make his move on Maledon in his high school ball. Norman, and now he's 5 for 5. A few years ago, and having an opportunity to play on the same court in the NBA. Special moment as Waters made one, make it two. Oh, he splashed that one in.
And Trae Young this morning, when he talked to reporters, is just not only cool between the two of them, but really cool for the state, for basketball in the state of Oklahoma. You think about back when those guys were kids growing up here in this state, getting to see two of their very own in an NBA game.
One man rush here for the Thunder. Waters, look out!
Playing in the NBA, I tell you, that's a timeless photo.
And there is Bogdanovich coming off of the bench.
Didn't try to force anything. Get that mid-range.
Hunter, there's a mid-range shot just outside the nail.
He did that. He's done that consistently over the last couple of weeks.
Young bounces off the Sarr. Boy, he can find some space just about anywhere.
Okay, so it's just a matter of just riding that out, tightening up the screws defensively, and it's just seeing a few more shots go in the basket like that as advertised.
With Sarr, but another errant pass. Here comes DeLon Wright. Over to Knox. That's where he made his first three, and he's feeling comfortable from that spot because he's got his second.
In New York, has found a home here in Atlanta.
One-man rush. Knox got up above everybody on the fast break. Bogdanovich mistimed the pass, but Knox hung with it. 8 out of 12 from three-point land. The latest coming from Bogdanovich, his first. Waters is not hesitating at all in this first half. He registers another one from behind the arc.
You see that look? That's the look he used to give me when I was playing with him for 6 years in Seattle when I didn't rebound the basketball. He's a very defensive-minded coach. As Bogdanovich just continues to put up numbers here, but he could always score points if you didn't take him seriously.
Oh, and it's Knox again getting behind the defense. Knox has been living out in the corner. Maledon goes right by DeLon Wright, who's a good defensive player, able to get to the cup and score. And that's what kind of propelled them on that unlikely run as Maledon cuts across the lane. Thought he got fouled.
Maledon looked at the official, too.
And there is Young floating his way inside. This is an Atlanta team that if you're wondering why hasn't Atlanta been able to get much traction, well, it's been the defense. The defense has just been a big problem as Pokusevski beats the defense on that shot. Sort of a seamless transition as Wiggins puts his head down, and that's the kind of play that we saw on Monday against Portland.
Coming off that 28 points on Monday night in Portland. Knocked down a couple of threes as well.
Mature player out of Maryland is Young once again as he came out on a mission in this one. Really established himself. Speaking of establishing, there is Roby deep in the post. Nice left-handed finish.
Thunder had 20 on Monday night and 14 last Saturday night against the Nuggets.
And the Thunder get back on this possession. Huerter's going to take a bump and squeeze knees right around Krejci, who didn't think he committed the foul.
At halftime, just getting back on defense. Don't allow them another 16-point transition points in this second half. That's also a very positive sign. Knocked down another three, turning the basketball over. That's number 5 right there by Capella. There's another tray ball falling down.
And there we go again. This time Herder took it away from Poku. Little loose with the basketball, and Lauru Cabarro on the break. Whether it's crashing an offensive rebound, whether it's driving to the cup, whether it's finishing, he's got a certain comfort level and a scoring ability because of his sort of familiarity with the rim. And Michael, that's one thing that you want to do in the second half as well. Trae Young put up 30 points in the first 24 minutes. You just want to work on making life difficult on him because he's one of the best shooters, one of the best players in the NBA.
Offense or defense is the same, really. You know, you talk about Trae Young. Is there another player in the league like Trae Young? No. You play Chris Paul differently than you play Trae Young, right?
You're absolutely right. And Mark Daigneault alluded to that before the game as Young's got his first shot made here in the second half. That's a 3.
Yeah, well, you know, it's... Well, Trae Young was trying to foul Teo on purpose, but no problem. Teo said, I'm going to go all the way to the hoop. As he got around Trae Young in transition.
With those 14 points off the bench in half number 1. Here is Young, had the step, floats it up, and scores again.
I just, you know, I'm going to miss the game, the season, you know, coming down to the arena as Lindy Waters III knocks down a 3 for the Thunder until he was, you know, right on up until he was injured.
Feeling extra good, too, because his alma mater has a big game on Saturday night as Trae Young got to the nail. Sarr, he can make that and does. As Wiggins trying to check Young. Little pressure out of the perimeter. Young keeps it himself and is going to be able to add to his total with an and 1. Atlanta's just been able to knock down 2. Sarr can't get his second 3. Roby clanks right back to him. Sarr follows it and pushes it up and in.
At the three-point line, he was the one that took the shot initially and then followed up Roby's miss.
And Bogdanovich, one of those guys that Mark Daigneault references when he says there are guys that are trying to prove themselves at this level, and Sarr is one of them.
Well, and he's taking, you know, advantage of that opportunity.
One over from France. Back outside, Bogdanovich.
You got to look him up, folks. I wasn't playing when he was in the league, but I used to love his game.
Go way back.
He played for the Kansas City Royals.
Feels like it was yesterday. We were in Tulsa for that preseason game against Denver that went into overtime.
Yeah, oh, how about the no-look? How about the no-look by Poku in transition? And that's going to force the Hawks.
The Thunder really could have made Atlanta pay. But the Hawks still with a comfortable 19-point lead. Herder makes it 21.
That's a match made in basketball heaven. Roby, so they're going to get a rebound and 2 points out of it. So very easily can get down to that 8th spot, but still can't get out of that play-in game as Herder makes a big 3 under pressure.
Maladon cuts in, and how about that play? Going against the grain, Teo Maladon's. With by far its lowest scoring quarter in this game with 15 points. Sarr, nice catch underneath. He's got I know if I was getting an opportunity in the NBA, Michael, I'd probably be in a pretty good mood too.
Well, and they've done a good job too of taking advantage of those points.
His ball club did what they had to do tonight. Game's not over yet. They got to put a little bit of time back on the clock. But Nate and the Hawks did what they came here to do, Neek, and that was to take care of business.
Yeah, and that was the main focus.